Normal sa ating mga tao na meron tayong somehow narcissism in such a way. May mga instances kasi talaga na may mga tao unconscious nilang nagagamit yan. Yung gaslighting, yung manipulation, defense mechanism ng tao. Napakarampant ng information about mental health online.
Okay.
Sometimes, we misuse yung mga terms na yon. Sometimes, hindi siya din nakakatulong na for us and at the same time for other people. May mga tao kasi na mali din kasi yung notion nila. Like for example, nag-post ka ng selfie online. Yung ibang mga tao, sinasabi nila na, ay, ang narcissistic naman tong tao na to kasi puro all about him or her yung mga post.
In this episode, we are going to talk about certain words that are really heard and seen sa social media platforms. Sometimes, we get to use it inappropriately na baka hindi naman talaga yun yung minimean natin. Kaya I invited him dito sa podcast. And to introduce him, he's actually a clinical psychologist. He's also a webinar speaker about mental health, and he's a resident psychologist for film productions. And he's the one psychologist. So yeah, let's welcome Rainier Lade.
Itong mga narcissists, they wouldn't just admit na sila yung may pagkakamali. Kasi ang iisipin lagi nila is yung iba yung may mali. So therefore, gagamitin nila yung gaslighting tsaka yung manipulation para at least ma-dissociate yung pagkakamali from themselves going to other people.
If someone is narcissist, yung gaslight is under that umbrella tsaka yung manipulation.
Okay, so
Mental health ka dyan.
hello po everyone and hello Kai.
Yes.
It's nice to be here
Yeah.
to talk about yung mga siguro mga clarifications no about how we should describe no yung mga certain feelings or events no kasi nga parang nowadays of course 'di ba napakarampant nga nung information about mental health no online, which is of course good. Kasi nga parang no mas nagiging open tayo doon sa mga usapin about mental health. Pero of course sinasabi nga nila na kaakibat ng self-awareness is meron din siyang downfall.
Okay.
Sometimes we misuse yung mga terms na yon, and yung mga moments na yon or yung mga ways on how we misuse it, sometimes hindi siya din nakakatulong no, for us and at the same time for other people.
Yes, ayun. And I'm going to include yung mismong post niya dito siguro sa video na to. I'll have my editor include that. Pero yun nga, those are the words sa gaslighter, narcissist, manipulative. And just to give you an idea, yung post niya, ito, he mentioned not because you had awareness about a certain behavior means you have to label every one of it to the extent of invalidating and over-pathologizing what could be a normal behavior. So, to begin with, I want to, siguro can you give us a simpler explanation of what gaslighting is, narcissism is, and manipulation is?
Okay, of course, gaslighting is a type of manipulation din kasi siya.
Okay.
And of course, ito yung parang in a sense na parang binibigyan natin ng own version natin ng truth yung isang tao when in fact naman na parang hindi naman talaga yun yung katotohanan for them. Like for an instance, no, if we mention to them na sinungaling ka, kahit naman na hindi ikaw yung sinungaling, pero that person no, will basically create a truth doon sa other person when in fact no yung sinasabi natin na negative about that person is not necessarily true. Yung parang ganun siya. So parang the person now will be left no feeling na parang ako ba talaga yun? Baka ako nga yun. Yung parang ganun. Nagkakaroon ngayon siya ng sense of incongruence. Kasi mamaya, he or she might start thinking na baka ako nga yung masamang tao. When in fact, no, yung gaslighter talaga, yung perpetrator.
I see. So, it's a form of manipulation then.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And can you explain simpler terms ng manipulation?
Okay. When we say manipulation, kumbaga din to we cannot just say na na that people can, of course, all people have the ability to manipulate. Pero of course, hindi lahat ng moments is conscious tayo. Minsan kasi nagagawa din natin yung manipulation unconsciously.
Yes.
Pero of course, no, when we say manipulation, lagi natin kinokontrol yung situation in favor of us. Kumbaga, like for an instance, kapag may pagkakamali, we wanted to twist yung story as if na hindi tayo may pagkakamali.
Okay.
It's the other person. Basically, that is parang you try to manipulate every factors in the environment para at least ma-dissociate mo away from you yung mga yung sisi, yung pagkakamali, and make it appear as if it's the other person who's yung nagkamali talaga. At sila talaga yung may pagkakamali.
Oh, so getting away from responsibility, ganun.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I see. So how about yung naman, yung being a narcissist?
Ayan. Actually, yung narcissism, hindi kagad siya hindi kagad siya disorder. Kasi madaming mga theories in psychology actually that says na normal sa ating mga tao na meron tayong somehow like meron tayong narcissism in such a way.
Okay.
Like for example, sa mga bata, 'di ba yung parang pagkakaroon nila ng self-centeredness. Pero of course, now overcome 'yan eventually. Ganun din sa mga teenagers. How they focus on themselves. Yung pagkakaroon nila ng sense na baka tinitignan sila ng ibang mga tao, that they have this parang yung sinasabi natin na main character na gano'n, na parang pakiramdam ng isang teenager na parang siya yung bida sa sarili niyang storya. Mga normal parts ng narcissism natin yan. Pero of course, when we say yung narcissist talaga siya na problematic, it is wherein yung isang tao is meron siyang grandiose sense of self. When we say grandiose sense of self, parang ang tingin niya talaga sa sarili niya is siya yung mataas, siya yung magaling, siya yung pinaka-pogi, pinaka-maganda, yung mga ganyan. Pero of course, when we say grandiose, kaya nga siya grandioso kasi hindi na siya match doon sa totoong self niya. Yung tingin niya lang talaga sa sarili niya is talagang sobrang taas siya than the other like people. And then eventually when we say narcissist, talagang they will try to also use manipulation. They also can gaslight other people kasi nga parang itong mga narcissists, they wouldn't just admit na sila yung may pagkakamali. Most of the time yung mga problematic yung narcissism nila na to the point na parang disorder na siya. They wouldn't accept yung mistake. Kasi ang iisipin lagi nila is yung iba yung may mali.
Okay.
And so, therefore, kailangan talaga nila yung mga techniques, such as yung gaslighting, yung manipulation, kasi parang nagiging protection nila yan doon sa grandiose sense of self nila. So, hindi nila kayang i-admit na ako yung may mali. Na ako yung may kailangang baguhin. Kasi kapag nakita nila yung pagkakamali na yan, parang masakit siya sa ego. So, eventually talagang yung mga problematic na narcissist or yung mga problematic na traits, such as problematic na personality that concerns with narcissism, yun talaga yung parang napaka-challenging na i-handle.
I see.
Whether that is in therapy or whether that is yung face-to-face interaction with one. If ever naka-encounter na kayo with such type of person.
I see. So, itong tatlong to, kumbaga parang if someone is narcissist, umbrella siya, yung gaslight is under that umbrella, tsaka yung manipulation.
Pwedeng maging tactic siya nung isang narcissist.
Okay.
Pwedeng like for an instance, kaya siya nang gagaslight, kaya siya nagmamanipulate kasi mataas yung trait niya ng narcissism. Pwede din yun.
I see. Pero what if it's not a narcissistic disorder? Can someone still gaslight or manipulate? Yes, of course.
Yes, exactly. They can still do that kahit wala silang narcissistic personality disorder.
I see.
Basta yung behaviors nila is parang nalalapit na siya doon sa abusive na behaviors. Pero again, may mga instances kasi talaga na may mga tao unconscious na lang nagagamit yan. Kasi nga, parang yung gaslighting, yung manipulation, parang defense mechanism siya ng tao. Again, to protect yung sarili nila from that anxiety na baka sila yung mali. So therefore, gagamitin nila yung gaslighting tsaka yung manipulation para at least ma-dissociate yung pagkakamali from themselves going to other people. So may mga tao na hindi nila alam na ginagamit na pala nila yun. Pero of course, those types of behaviors are harmful to others.
Okay, I see. So, yung sa narcissism naman, kasi I've watched your interview with you kada umaga nga. And I also watched some videos of psychologists sa ibang podcast that they said na lahat tayo meron tayong narcissistic tendencies.
Yes.
Pero, up to what extent mo masasabi na parang, ay, okay, ito medyo ano na siya, delikado na, ganyan. Or, yes, may mga narcissistic tendencies tayo, pero kailan mo dapat gamitin yung term na yon na, ay, okay, ito narcissism to. Ganyan.
Okay. Tandaan natin, no, na dapat ano siya, may pattern. Kasi, di ba kaya nga siya
okay.
normal din, no, to other people. Kasi, may mga times that we can show narcissism,
Mhm.
pero hindi siya consistent na sa pang-araw-araw na buhay natin.
ganun.
Is nagmamanifest siya.
Mhm.
Then at the same time, no, consistent dapat siya to every aspect ng buhay ng isang tao.
Oh,
Whether that's
ganun.
personal, that's social, even sa occupational nila,
Mhm.
is parang pinapakita talaga nila yung narcissism nila. Kasi 'di ba, for an instance, pwede kang magpakita ng sense of narcissism sa personal. Like for
Mhm.
example, when you just adore yourself, how you look like. Pero of
Yes.
course, okay lang yung mga ganong instances kasi parang somehow part yan ng self-love natin.
Yes,
Pero
oo.
yun nga din, may mga tao kasi na mali din kasi yung notion nila. Like for example, nag-post ka ng selfie online.
Mhm.
Di ba parang ano, yung ibang mga tao, sinasabi nila na, ay, ang narcissistic naman tong tao na to kasi puro all about him or her, no, yung mga post. Kaya nga, di ba, during, yung sa mga millennials,
Mhm.
nagkaroon tayo ng ano ako kasi millennial ako. Yung me generation, kung saan yung selfie, kasi doon nag-ugat yung selfie sa mga millennials eh. So parang naging kaakibat or parang associated word doon is yung narcissism. Pero of course, if you're going to take a look at it, hindi talaga siya yung talagang matatawag natin na narcissistic talaga isang tao.
Oo.
Hindi porket nag-post ka ng selfie mo makes you a
Narcissistic.
narcissist. Yeah. Kasi mamaya yan
Takot
lang.
na mag-post ng selfie.
Oo nga. Kasi mamaya yun yung way mo, no, to actually appreciate, no, who you are as a person.
Oo.
Pero of course, again, when we say narcissism, talagang ano yan, may harm yan to others.
Okay.
Yan. When we say harm, pwedeng nakakasira na siya ng relationships.
Oo.
Kasi nga, di ba, ano nga siya, parang nagmamanipulate nga siya ng situation. And then at the same time is, talagang meron siyang pattern kung saan sa lahat ng aspect ng buhay niya, pinapakita niya na siya yung mataas, na siya yung magaling, na hindi siya nagkakamali, may grandiose sense of self, and all of those things, nagko-contribute siya. Dapat, no, nakikita siya consistently sa isang tao. At
Okay.
hindi lang siya yung parang specific context. Kasi kapag specific context, baka yung narcissism is just like normal tendency lang ng isang tao. Pero, hindi talaga siya yung problematic na narcissism.
I see. So, ang ganda na sinabi mo yung ngayong pattern. It has to be consistent before mo masabi na, ay, okay, narcissism nga yun. So, can you give me like an example of that pattern?
Of that pattern.
Yes.
Kumbaga, kung specific.
Yes,
Tama ba?
oo.
Like for an instance, no, may mga, siguro sa relationship. Yan. Kasi yung mga taong narcissistic, kumbaga, hindi, di ba ang relationships natin dapat mutual yan?
Yes.
Pero, yung mga tao, no, na narcissistic, when they're in the setting of a relationship, para siya nagiging parasitic.
Okay.
Kumbaga, in a sense na, yung relationship na yan only serves, no, for himself or herself.
Oh, okay.
Kung saan, kapag may arguments, kaya mayroong gaslighting. Pwedeng gamitin ng isang narcissistic yung gaslighting. Kasi nga, for that person, hindi siya pwedeng magkamali. Parang ang tingin niya sa sarili niya is lagi siyang magaling.
Oo.
So therefore, para maging consistent ngayon, yung yung situation doon sa kanyang sense of self na grandioso siya, magga-gaslight siya, no, kung saan, like let's say, sasabihin niya na hindi ako yung nagkamali. Ikaw yung nagkamali. Tignan mo yung situation, ano yung ginawa mo dyan. So, basically, no, talagang gagawa siya ng storya para at least yung pagkakamali is bumalik doon sa tao. Kahit na hindi naman siya yung nagkamali talaga.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, yung gaslighting din kasi is a form of manipulation din siya. Kumbaga, hindi mo magagaslight yung isang tao kung wala kang gagalawin, kung wala kang imamanipulate doon sa storya.
Oh, okay. I see. So that's how they are related then.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So magkakakonekta sila with one another.
So, any other like symptoms of being narcissistic, like for example, yan sa relationship, other than gaslighting?
Other than gaslighting, itong mga tao na to, sometimes, no, hindi ko naman sa nila lahat. Pero since they are narcissists, they wanted, no, yung adoration, admiration, recognition coming from other people. Mas malaki yung chance, no, that people, no, with heightened narcissism could not be faithful in the setting of a relationship.
okay.
Kasi nga 'di ba, kailangan nila ng someone no that will continuously feed no their ego, yung kanilang inflated ego. And that source can't just come from one person. It should be from multiple people. Kaya nga yung mga taong nag-cheat in the setting of the relationship, sometimes tinitingnan din natin no, yung trait ng narcissism as like one of the causes why people cheat.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's an aha moment for me, ah. Kasi you mentioned about the ego, eh.
Yes.
So, okay, can you explain how does ego play a huge part when it comes to this disorder or sa narcissism?
Okay, so in terms of the ego, kumbaga kasi madami kasi iba-iba kasi yung mga context ng mga theories in terms of the ego. Pero of course yung ego natin parang ano yan eh. Parang that is the executive branch of our personality. That's basically how we know ourselves. So yung ego no ng isang tao, dapat no yung ego natin, consistent yan sa mga values natin, sa mga beliefs natin. Kumbaga based on reality talaga siya. Based sa ating mga actual skills, based yan sa ating mga actual accomplishments. At kung yung isang tao no, meron siyang inflated na ego. Ibig sabihin yan, yung kanyang ego is based doon sa yung sobrang idealistic sense of self. Kaya nga yung mga taong may narcissism, grandioso yung kanilang tingin no sa kanilang sarili. Kasi nga parang it's way beyond the realistic sense of self nila. Na kahit na hindi naman sila ganon ka, like for an instance, kahit na hindi sila ganon kagwapo or hindi ganon ka-talented or hindi ganon ka-skillful, ang tingin talaga nila sila sa kanilang sarili is talagang they're the best. Yung ganon. Of course, wala namang masama, no? If we think that we are the best. Okay, don't get me wrong with that. Pero may mga tao talaga kasi na they think so highly of themselves na talagang dito may natatapakan na silang ibang tao.
Okay. So, yun yung parang, that's when you cross the line.
That's why may harm na kaakibat, no, yung problematic na narcissism.
Kasi siguro I just want to clear out, like for example, yung, di ba may mga affirmations na I am beautiful, ganyan. So, yun, siguro i-differentiate lang natin yung difference nung yung mga self-love affirmations as compared dun sa example mo. So, that's when you cross the line. Or like for example, ang differentiator is when may naaapakan ka ng tao.
Yes, exactly. Kapag may harm. Kasi yun yung isa sa mga, meron kasi kami sa psychology na na mga criteria for abnormality. Parang meron kaming 4Ds. Yung distress, kung yung pakiramdam mo about what you are experiencing is hindi siya yung typical, no, na dapat na nararamdaman natin sa pang-araw-araw. May dysfunction, ibig sabihin yan, hindi ka na nakakapaggawa, no, ng mga day-to-day life activities mo because of the symptoms. Then merong deviation. Yung iyong sense of thinking, behavior mo at yung emotions mo is hindi siya katulad ng norms. Tapos last is yung danger. Kung may actual danger na towards yourself and towards other people. And most of the time, 'di ba, yung mga tao na may narcissistic like mataas yung kanilang narcissistic traits, minsan yung harm could come in the form na laging nasisira, no, yung relationship nila with other people. Parang sa lahat ng mga settings, no, where they go, nagkakaroon ng problem. Pero ang trick dito is that iisipin nila na hindi sila yung problema. Kahit na parang, kung titignan mo, doon sa lahat ng situations na yan, parang, who's the common denominator?
Yes, may similarities.
Yes, oo.
Okay.
So may talaga, nagkakaroon ng dysfunction, no, in some important areas of their lives. And even sa work. Kasi 'di ba, kailangan natin yung socialization, no, in terms of working with others.
Yes.
So nagiging problematic din sila in terms doon sa trabahong ginagawa nila because of their very or their heightened na narcissistic traits.
Okay.
So iba naman siya doon sa sa mga affirmations kasi,
yes,
'di ba?
Oo.
Kasi 'di ba, nakakatulong naman 'yun na when you say na I'm beautiful, I am loved, yung mga ganyan, nakakatulong siya eh. Pero of course, yung mga taong may narcissism, they think that they do not need to say those affirmations. And take note of this. Instead of them saying that they have those good characteristics, they would want others as well to tell it to them. Eh di ba naman sa isang normal individual, hindi ka naman parang sobrang magsisik ng affirmation coming from others. Though importante din yung affirmations,
Yes,
kasi
yes.
it also validates yung pagkakilala natin sa ating
Oo.
mga sarili. Pero tong mga tao na to, they really wanted na gagawa talaga sila ng pamamaraan para makakuha sila ng recognition at personal admiration coming from other people. So they have this continuous hunger for feeding yung kanilang inflated ego.
Oo.
Kasi yung mga narcissistic din, ganito din yung pattern niya, no? Kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na yung histrionic. Iba naman to.
Okay.
Yung histrionic naman, meron din siyang narcissism.
So, wait lang. Is that a disorder?
Yes.
Ay, okay.
Oo. Din sa parang yung sa histrionic, gusto niya rin na attention. May narcissism din. Pero whether that's good or bad attention, gusto niya yon. Kaya 'di ba sa online, mapapansin mo, may mga tao na kahit na sobrang binabash na sila ng ibang mga tao, pero they still continue on making contents. 'Di ba tayo usually kapag nababash tayo, parang it makes us, oy, teka lang, may mali ata sa content ko so I should change something. Pero ibang mga tao, all the more na pino-point out or kinakainisan mo sila, gagawa talaga sila pa ng content, no, para at least mainis pa yung mga tao, which is of course form of attention din kasi yun.
Yes.
So sa mga may histrionic type of personality, whether that's good attention or bad attention, go lang. Pero sa mga narcissistic, they always want yung affirming na environment. So when someone go against them, talagang they will treat that person as their enemy. Lalayo sila dyan because gusto nila yung environment nila is laging admiring them, laging nagfi-feed sa kanilang inflated na ego. Gusto nila yung mga positive praises lang. Kasi kapag na-point out na may mali sa kanila, since yun nga, ang tingin nila sa kanilang sarili is perfect. So therefore, iiwasan nila yung environment na yun or iiwasan nila yung tao na yun.
Okay. Is there parang, di ba, feeding the ego, ayan, like, kailangan ako yung bida, ganyan, ayun. So, meron bang ibang ways on how they feed on their ego without parang, ako dapat yung magaling?
Other ways to feed their
Yes.
ego.
Na parang symptom ng narcissism.
Basically, the narcissist, they get their energy from being adored, being admired. Kasi nga, siguro part of it is that pwede nating i-trace, coming from the childhood. Na siguro, it's either sobra, yung nabigay na attention, na kapag nung na siya, nag-operate na siya sa real world, parang feeling niya dapat is lahat ng tao is ganun ng amount ng attention, yun ang kukuha niya. Then may mga tao naman na deprived. So when they felt na ang ganda pala sa pakiramdam yung na-affirm, so parang sumusobra naman yung kanilang compensation to attention. And basically it just revolves doon sa self nila. It's all about me, doon sa sa taong may narcissism. Talagang part of it as well is that may mga moments na yung kanilang actions, it might look like meron silang social interest. Kumbaga, when we say social interest, is yung parang pagmumukain nila na, concerned ako to you. Pero eventually, yung ginagawa niyang ganon, lang yun? Parang
facade lang.
Yes, balat kayo lang. Kasi eventually, yung niyan, yung benefit niyan is still babalik sa akin. Parang it's all about me pa rin. Kaya nga, di ba, parang it's quite questionable yung mga tao, like for instance. Pero of course, hindi ko sinasabi na masama na tumulong sa iba. Okay? Kasi of course, part talaga yan ng natin ng pagiging altruistic natin to help others. Pero kasi, one example of yung sinasabi kong kanina, na minamask nila yung kanilang social interest, pero at the end of the day, it's all about them pa rin. Like for an instance, kapag yung isang tao is tumulong, tapos may mga instances kung saan parang kailangan na may video, kailangan laging kita, yung ganon. Pero, again, hindi ko sinasabi na masama yun, ha? At hindi ko sinasabi na narcissistic na kagad kayo kapag ginawa niyo yan, ha? Pero it's just an example.
Yeah.
Okay? Lalo na sa isang tao na mayroon talagang mataas na narcissistic trait, no? Pwede siyang tumulong, pero dapat kita, na tumutulong siya. Parang dito is that, minas niya ngayon yung kanyang sense of social interest, na parang as if nagvo-volunteer siya, pero at the end of the day, it's all about him or her pa rin.
Oh.
Parang ganon.
Oo, okay.
So talagang lahat ng gagawin nila, kailangan balik sa sarili nila.
Oo.
Kasi nga, yung kanilang ego, grandioso,
Mm-mm.
talagang gusto nila na nafe-feed yan. So gagawa at gagawa sila ng mga ways on how to continuously feed that.
Oh,
Kasi
okay.
kung wala yung mga yun, parang yung kanilang sense of self is destroyed.
Mm-mm.
Parang hindi na nila kilala yung sarili nila kung wala nang pumupuri sa kanila. I mean, okay naman na ina-affirm tayo ng
Yes.
iba. Pero of course, hindi lang tayo dapat doon nabubuhay.
Yes.
Kasi at the end of the day, kaya nga kailangan natin, 'di ba, yung mga self-affirmation na I'm beautiful, I'm talented. Kasi dapat yung strength din natin to affirm is dapat nagmumula din sa sarili natin.
oo.
Kasi of course, hindi naman lahat ng tao gusto tayo.
Mm-mm.
So therefore, kung tingin natin that there's like no one available to affirm us, then be there for yourself.
Yes, ang
Then
ganda
that
nun.
separates yung
Oo.
pagiging narcissistic doon sa pagkakaroon ng normal
Oo.
na feelings of affirmation.
Yes.
Kasi yun nga, yung narcissistic, laging nagre-rely doon
Mm-mm.
sa affirmations of others.
Mm-mm.
Pero isang normal individual would probably be also reliant doon sa sinasabi nila about themselves.
Okay, I
Mm.
see. So, ayun. So, narcissism, yun nga, meron siyang pattern.
Yes.
Okay, dapat consistent siya. Okay. Pero yung question ko kanina, gusto kong
Mm.
balikan. Like, hindi lahat ng nanggagaslight at nagmamanipulate are narcissistic.
Yes, oo.
Okay.
Kasi unconscious sa kanila.
Yes.
Pero like for example, kapag pinoint out mo sa kanila, oy, probably you've been manipulating or baka you're already gaslighting the person. Ang difference is that matututo sila. And how do you know na natututo yung isang tao? Kapag merong pagbabago sa kanila.
Okay.
Kasi of course, may mga instances talaga na hindi talaga sadya ng mga tao na gawin yun. Pero once nagkaroon sila ng awareness, they will stop doing that.
Okay.
And that separates as well yung pagiging, yung mga tao na may, yung talagang full-blown na mga
Oo.
narcissist. Kasi sa kanila, pagsabihan mo sila, maybe you're gaslighting or maybe you're manipulating already. Magde-deflect yan, At magiging yan. Kumbaga parang magiging aggressive siya, somehow, na hindi. Parang pagmumukain pa rin niya na ikaw pa rin yung mali, in that situation.
Okay, I see.
Mm-mm.
So, up to what extent naman? Like, for example, wala siyang narcissistic disorder, pero nagmamanipulate siya. So, up to what extent mo masasabi na parang, okay yung manipulation nito? Ganon.
Okay. Kapag again, we will go back to the pattern.
Pattern pa
Yes.
din.
Kasi 'di ba that's if you're going to take a look at it. Kaya nga 'di ba sinasabi nila that action speaks louder than words. So in psychology, you'll also get to know and you'll get to confirm yung isang behavior kung paulit-ulit nilang ginagawa.
Okay.
So kapag isang tao, laging yun at yun yung kanilang mechanism to deal with people, to deal with the conflicts around them, then probably that term na manipulative could apply to them. Pero kung ikaw, siguro, one time mo lang namang ginawa,
Yes.
that does not necessarily make you manipulative. But that situation, probably, gumamit ka ng manipulative behavior.
Oo.
Okay? Magkaiba yung manipulative ka talaga na chronic na
Okay.
problematic. Doon sa sinasabi nating manipulative behavior. Kasi of course, 'di ba? Lahat tayo, we can use that in some point of our lives. Pero hindi naman tayo yung evil person talaga.
Yes. Okay.
Okay? Kasi of course, we have to recognize na talagang sa ating personality, both good and bad exist within us.
Yes.
Yan. Pero of course, yung mga bad traits natin, hindi naman siya talagang masasabi natin kaagad na disorder na kaagad siya. Kumbaga, if we recognize, nagkaroon tayo ng awareness na like let's say, probably I'm already gaslighting this person. Siyempre, ikaw gagawa ka ng ways to change that on how to adaptively deal with the situation. And that separates yung
Okay.
mga taong talagang chronic yung kanilang narcissism, manipulation at yung gaslighting nila to people who probably just used it out of an unconscious or an impulse. Pero eventually, kapag kinorek mo sila, makikinig, babaguhin yung attitude nila.
Oh, okay. I see. So, yung na-mention mo kanina, yung sa childhood, like ito, yung mga narcissism, ganyan. So, paano yon? Like, if it traces back to childhood, gaano siya kahirap. Kasi
Gano'ng
nga,
kahirap?
kasi I mean, it's a belief from childhood na nila,
Mm.
'di ba? So
Yes.
gaano siya kahirap ayusin, ganon.
Actually, mahirap siya.
Mahirap talaga.
Oo, kasi meron kaming tinatawag in psychology na ego-syntonic. When you say ego-syntonic, yung beliefs mo talagang align siya to your personality. Ang challenging dyan sa mga ego-syntonic na disorder is that they do not feel na may mali sa kanila.
Oo.
Instead of recognizing what's wrong within them, ang iisipin pa nila is yung iba yung may mali.
Mm-mm.
So that's why it's very challenging in therapy to deal with people who have narcissism.
Mm-mm.
Kasi sometimes nga kapag for an instance, 'di ba? Kasi in therapy, you would you would process their emotions.
Mm-mm.
Syempre ipo-point out mo din what needs to be changed in your behaviors. 'Di ba yung mga narcissistic,
Yes.
talagang they would just defend themselves.
Mm-mm.
Na walang mali sa kanila, yung mga ganyan. And in the first place nga, ang hirap na kagad, na, like let's say, ang hirap na kagad na ma-recognize ng isang tao na may talagang narcissistic disorder na may mali sa kanila. So in the first place, hindi talaga sila magpapa-therapy.
Oo.
Pero yun nga, if parang, like let's say, kung na-recognize sa isang tao, baka nga may mali sa akin, tapos nagpa-therapy,
Mm-mm.
mahirap din siyang i-deal kasi you have to keep on breaking yung mga maling paniniwala niya
Oo.
about himself, about people, about relationships. And sometimes kasi part din kasi ng therapy is yung i-dispute mo yung mga maling paniniwala mo.
Mm-mm.
So parang yun is parang napakahirap na for a person with narcissistic personality na gawin.
Mm-mm.
Kasi nga parang gusto nila laging aligned yung
Yes.
kanilang ginagawa, yung kanilang mga nararamdaman, yung mga kanilang iniisip to that grandiose sense of self. Pero kahit mahirap siya na i-deal in therapy, of course, it's still possible that they can be helped. Yun yung maganda doon.
Yes.
Kasi it all starts with that first step.
Oo.
And of course, talagang sa mga psychologists, sa mga therapists na nag-handle probably ng mga taong may narcissistic personality disorder, kailangan tatagan lang talaga yung loob. Kasi sometimes, parang may sense of intimidation yan Kasi nga, di ba, narcissistic. So, parang I have to make myself look, na I'm better than you. Kahit na hindi sila psychologists. Yung mga ganyan.
I see.
Alam niyo yung mga typical na nakikita ninyo sa mga movies, sa mga programs. Parang ganon, yung dating nila.
Okay.
Na hindi na nga sila psychologists, pero sila pa yung magaling. Parang ganon, yung dating.
Oo.
Oo.
So, sa mga clients mo, marami bang maraming nagko-consult for that? Ganun?
Actually, so far wala.
Wala.
Kasi yun nga yung
yun yung
problema. Mahirap kasing i-admit sa sarili mo that you have narcissistic personality disorder.
Yes.
Kaya talagang even like for example, pa-diagnose ka nun, parang hindi siya magiging akma doon sa sa grandiose sense of personality mo. So far sa mga clients ko, wala pa naman ako na-handle na gano'n. Mostly mga borderline personality disorder,
ganon.
yung mga ganyan.
Borderline yung just malapit na. Ganun? Tama ba?
Borderline meaning to say na yung kanilang emotional responses to things is quite unstable.
Okay.
Yung pabago-bago. Pero hindi siya yung parang extreme kasi iba naman yun. Bipolar na yun kapag extreme na depression and mania. At ang mga tao na to, probably they're okay right now. Maya-maya magiging irritable. And even yung pagbabago na yan in their emotions, parang nagiging at stake din yung kanilang relationships. Kasi pa-iba-iba din yung nararamdaman nila towards people.
Oo.
So, hindi siya yung borderline na malapit na silang mawala sa sarili nila.
Oo.
Pero yung instability kasi ng kanilang
okay.
emotional responses at behavioral responses nila with situations and people.
Okay, I see.
Pero
So,
narcissistic wala pa. So far.
Yeah, so far.
Tingin ko baka meron. Baka meron.
Baka meron.
Oo. Ayoko na lang sabihin, pero somehow I feel it sometimes in some of my clients na yun yung problem.
Ganun.
Pero iba yung nilalapit nila.
Okay. So, sa bagay, okay. Dahil pa naman, in the process pa naman yun,
Yes,
diba?
yes.
So, wala pa talagang, hindi mo pa talagang parang ay, okay, ito yung problem mo. Wala pa sa ganong stage. Okay.
Yes.
I see.
Kasi ibang mga clients that I have is ano lang sila, na-diagnose na sila before.
Mm-mm.
May specific diagnosis na sila. So parang they just transferred to another therapist to
Mm-mm.
continue on with therapy.
Oh.
So yung iba, yung kinikerry lang nilang diagnosis is kung ano yung nabigay sa kanila
Mm-mm.
from the beginning.
Okay.
Tapos kapag napansin mo, kinausap mo na sila, parang meron pa.
Meron
Ganon.
pa.
Parang meron pa. Ganon. Pero of course, hindi mo kagad yun sasabihin sa client mo.
Oh
Pero
my
that's
gosh.
why very important ang assessment. Para at
Oo
least
nga.
ma-reassess yung
Mm-mm.
kung meron pa bang underlying problems.
Yes.
Yung mga ganyan.
So, how do you take care of yourself if you see na, okay, yung kakilala ko, meron siyang gantong pattern,
Mm-mm.
may tendency siya na ganito. How would you take care of yourself at the same time? If you want to retain that kind of relationship with that person, paano mo siya ina-navigate?
Yung mga tao na mataas yung narcissism.
Yes.
When you
Oo.
relate with
And
them.
also, yung may manipulation tactics, ganyan. Mga nang-gaslight.
Okay. If we really love the person, despite nung pagkakaroon nila ng
Oo.
narcissism na ganyan, or mataas yung narcissism, of course, talagang, you really have to communicate with the person.
Mm-mm.
And itong communication na to does not just end with both of you.
Mm-mm.
Kaya nga, katulad din ng sinabi ko about the Grey Rock Method.
Mm-mm.
For example, if we really wanted for the other person na may mataas na narcissistic personality to recognize probably they have a problem as well or that they are the one who's contributing to the problem, it's not enough that it's going to be just both of you. Kasi sobra na yung familiarity nyo with one another. Baka mag-clash lang kayo.
Yes.
So, kailangan ng mediator.
Mm-mm.
And that mediator should be yung walang bias with
Mm-mm.
both of you. Para through that, mababalanse niya yung kung ano ba talaga yung kailangang baguhin, kung may problema ba talaga dito with this other person. So, kailangan magpasok tayo dito ng professional help.
Oh,
Kasi,
okay.
on our own, we cannot just deal it. I mean, kung tayo lang talaga. Kasi, lalo na kung talagang matagal na pattern na yan, at ganyan lagi siya, sa relationship ninyo, probably it's more than just, it will not be solved by just communicating. Kasi lalo na kung malalim yung pinanggalingan yan.
Yes.
Baka nanggaling pa yan, all the way through childhood at iba pang mga experiences niya in life, that made him or her to be like that. So, kung gusto talaga natin na ma-deal ng maayos, yung narcissistic na behaviors, yung talagang problematic, ng isang tao, then we have to involve like someone, probably a professional
Yes.
doon sa communication natin. Or
Oo.
siguro magpa-therapy kayo, couples therapy kayo. So that mas maging objective yung magiging usap ninyo.
Yes.
Pero of course, kung lang yan, yung mga pasulpot-sulpot na narcissism, yan, yung ibang mga tao, kausapin mo lang.
Oo.
Yung talagang yung maayos na usap.
Oo.
Yung usap na hindi aggressive.
Oo.
Yung usap na that will not end in blaming one another, but rather using words that will okay din naman na maging straightforward.
Yes.
Pero of course, doon sa pagiging straightforward natin, let's also be careful doon sa words na gagamitin din natin. Kasi knowing that, yung mga tao, kapag mataas yung kanilang narcissistic tendencies, kapag may isang word lang yan na medyo hindi niya nagustuhan yung pagkakasabi mo, baka maging magkagalit kagad, mag-outburst. So, madadaan naman sa mabuting usapan, yung mga ganyang pasulpot-sulpot ng mga narcissistic trait ng isang tao. Pero of course, yun din, makakatulong din yung Grey Rock Method or yung behavioral extinction.
Okay. Can you please explain that?
Yung Grey Rock Method. Kasi in psychology, I mean, in pop psychology probably, binigyan ng pangalan na Grey Rock Method. Pero it's really behavioral extinction sa principle ng psychology. Kung saan dito, hindi mo bibigyan ng sobrang reaction yung pinapakitang behavior ng isang tao na may narcissism. Kasi sometimes yung mga taong may narcissism kasi, nafe-feed yung kanilang ego when they see your reaction. For example, sinigawan ka. Siyempre, di ba, yung normal individual, magbibigay tayo ng sense of reaction, no, na matatakot tayo.
Mm-mm.
Mga ganyan. At kapag nagpakita ka ng emotions that could be considered as weak, parang nafe-feed yung sense of power, sense of dominance niya. So dito, para ma-take away mo yung power niyan from that person who's a narcissist, then limited yung ibibigay mong reaction.
Mm-mm.
So talaga dito, pipigilan mo yung emotions mo.
Okay.
Parang dito, hindi nag-a-apply, no, yung yung damahin mo yung emotions mo. Kasi hindi siya makakatulong, no, in that situation.
I
Kasi dito,
see.
ang goal mo is mabago mo yung reaction niya by withholding yung mga natural reactions mo.
Mm-mm.
So, parang ganun yung gray rock method. Kasi nga, parang nagla-latch on kasi yung isang tao na narcissist doon sa nagiging reaction mo.
Oo.
So, kapag nakikita niya na ikaw ay nagiging vulnerable, nagiging soft ka, basically, no, yung parang nagiging submissive ka, no, to that person,
they like
all
that.
the more, they like that kind
Oh my
of
gosh.
feeling. So, kapag ikaw na parang ka lang, yung parang flat affect ka lang.
Oo.
Kumbaga dito, natuturuan mo siya na dapat hindi ganyan yung
Mm-mm.
pagsabi sa akin or
Mm-mm.
pagkausap sa akin.
Mm-mm.
So, dito, kumbaga, you will not reinforce yung negative reactions. Kung saan dito, pwede mo namang sabihin sa kanya while doing the gray rock method. Like for example, sinigawan ka. So ikaw, withhold mo muna yung attention, yung reaction mo. Then probably tell the person, kausapin mo ako na maayos. Yung parang ganun lang, yung wala kang sobrang
Oo.
emotion. Kasi dito i-decrease mo din pati yung yung words mo, even yung eye contact mo with the person, you're not going to give so much attention kasi reinforcing kasi ang reactions natin.
Mm-mm.
Kasi form siya of attention. Then, sabihan mo sa kanya, kausapin mo ako maayos.
Mm-mm.
Huwag mo akong sigawan.
Oo.
Then, kapag for an instance, yung tao na yan, sumisigaw pa rin, huwag mo talagang bigyan pa ng attention.
Mm-mm.
Talagang flat lang yung affect mo.
Mm-mm.
Until such a time na siya ay mag-give in to what you want.
Mm.
Then, dun mo siya bigyan ng normal na reaction. Kasi yun yung nare-reinforce mo ngayon sa kanya.
Okay.
So, kapag, for example, yun yung nabigyan mong attention, nung kinausap ka na maayos, ang prediction kasi natin dyan is that mag-i-increase siya in the future.
Mm-mm.
Kasi parang ganito yan eh. Alam mo yun sa mga bata, kung saan yung mga parents sila, parang nag-wonder sila na, bakit yung anak ko, kapag may gusto, is nagsisisigaw.
Mm.
Ang hindi alam din kasi ng ilang mga magulang is that, baka kasi nabibigyan lang ng attention ng magulang kapag sumisigaw na yung bata at hindi yung moment na nag-a-ask siya ng maayos.
Oh, okay.
So, nare-realize ngayon ng bata na, ay, kailangan ko palang sumigaw para magbigay yung gusto ko. So, ang tendency niyan is, in the future, sisigaw at sisigaw na siya, no? Para
Yes.
makuha yung gusto niya. Parang ganun yung gray rock method, yung logic ng gray rock method.
Mm-mm.
Dito, bibigyan lang natin ng reinforcement, ng attention, yung mga desirable behaviors na gusto nating makita sa isang tao at i-extinct natin. Or basically, we will not give so much attention to the negative behavior of a person with narcissistic tendencies.
Oh. Pero hindi naman manipulation tactic ang gray rock.
Hindi naman siya.
Hindi naman.
Pero actually, pwede siya magamit, no? Na manipulation.
Oo.
Pero of course, hindi dapat siya ginagamit sa ganun. Yun yung, kasi when I started learning, no, about yung behavioral therapy, kung yung isang tao, meron talaga siyang, evil desires,
Yes.
actually, pwede siya magamit eh.
Oo.
Pero of course, hindi dapat ganon. Okay?
Yeah.
So, para sa mga mag-aaral no ng gray rock method, ang aim nito is of course yung welfare ng isang tao.
Yes.
Kasi the truth is pwede.
Pwede siyang.
Oo, kung yung isang tao is talagang lang siya mababa yung moral niya, pwede niyang gamitin 'yan for manipulation.
Yes.
Pero again, do not use it for
Yeah.
manipulation. Kasi ang goal ng therapy is ma-improve ang well-being mo, ma-improve mo ang well-being ng ibang tao.
Okay, yeah. So, siguro depende sa intention kung
Yes.
saan mo siya gagamitin. Okay, I see. So, okay. So, going back, these words can be used if may pattern na talaga siya.
Yes,
Pattern,
exactly.
consistent pattern. Ayan, okay. So, yan. Thank you for shedding light dun sa mga words na to. Actually, I understood better kasi nga, I think important talaga na yung nabanggit mo about yun sa pattern and consistency kasi we all have narcissistic tendencies.
Yes. Siguro another thing that that's why I have used that that I have created that post is yun nga, di ba? Ang daming mga terms na psychological terms, no? Nowadays, lumalabas sa TikTok. And sometimes people, no, would just misuse it. Like, for example, yung
Yes.
term na depression.
Oh, yeah.
Di
oo.
ba? Sometimes, kapag ikaw ay malungkot, di ba, parang sasabihin mo, ay, parang depressed ako today.
Mm-mm.
Pero, yung nararamdaman mo ba talaga is depression? Pero, of
Yes.
course, this is not to invalidate what you're feeling, ha?
Mm.
So, dito, kailangan lang nating alamin, when do we know na depressed na talaga tayo?
Oo.
Kasi like for example, 'di ba, when we say depressed kasi usually connected siya doon sa sa sakit, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Doon sa sa clinical depression.
Mm-mm.
When we say kasi depressed kasi, hindi lang siya very sad.
Oo.
Hindi lang siya profound sadness. When we say yung clinical depression, when we use this term, it means absence of happiness.
Mm.
Yan. Kung saan talagang wala kang nararamdaman, no, na kaligayahan. Kasi, di ba, when we say na sad tayo, normal feeling yun eh.
Mm-mm.
Di ba, lahat tayo nakakaramdam ng kalungkutan. Pero lumilipas siya.
Mm-mm.
Like, for example, eat your favorite food, magiging okay ka. Talk to your favorite person, magla-lighten up yung mood mo.
Mm-mm.
Do your favorite hobby, magiging energetic ka. Pero ang tao na may depression talaga,
Mm-mm.
kahit na they eat their favorite food, they talk with their favorite person, or they they do their favorite hobbies, it will not make any difference with what they feel.
Mm-mm.
Another thing din, another word din na madalas na misuse is yung word na trauma.
Yes.
The truth is, hindi lahat ng negative experiences natin is something na we can consider as traumatic.
Mm-mm.
Kasi 'di ba, for example, madalas ko din naririnig sa mga students ko. Like for an instance, nagkaroon sila ng terror na prof.
Oo.
'Di ba? Parang ang sasabihin nila ay nakaka-trauma naman tong prof na to.
Oo.
Pero trauma ba talaga yung naramdaman mo?
Yeah.
'Di ba, usually when we say trauma, dapat kasi yung nararanasan natin is life and death. May life and death situation. Kung saan doon sa life and death situation na yon is dapat magke-create siya ng mga other symptoms within us. Like for example is nakakaroon ng ng nightmares about yung person, parang as if nagre-reoccur yung traumatic events. Kasi dapat grabe talaga siya yung na-feel mo na na-compromise yung sense of safety mo within that time. Tapos nun, parang nagre-reoccur siya sa mind mo. Then parang feeling mo is nangyayari siya ulit kahit na nasa safe place ka na. And then eventually is nagkakaroon ka din ng dysfunction sa day-to-day life natin. So, yun din. Yan din yung isa sa reason kung bakit ko ginawa yung post na yan. Para at least people would know when to use those terms and when not to use those terms.
Yes.
Kasi kapag for an instance, inisip mo na may trauma ako. Pero of course, again, kung meron ka talagang trauma, then of course, seek help. Pero kung nami-misuse lang natin yung term na to, kapag inisip natin kasi na may trauma tayo, sometimes yung body natin, it follows through what we say. Diba? Whatever we think, our body follows.
Okay. Thank you for shedding light as well sa trauma at saka depression. And kaya yun, this is the reason why I created the Mental Health Ka Dyan podcast. Kasi nga, I see that those words are used often. Na minsan, kapag sinabi mo na depression, parang nawawala na ng sense talaga yung depression na word.
Yes.
Kasi parang, okay, isipin nila, malungkot lang yan, depressed lang yan today, lilipas din yan. Ayun.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, as we wrap up the episode, ayun, last piece of advice for those people or sa online community about wellness, about mental health, for them to have more awareness when to use these words.
Ayan. First of all, it's okay, na we watch contents online, we research, some information online about mental health. Pero let's make sure na, yung mga sources niyan is reliable.
Yes.
Okay? Yun yung unang-una dyan. Let's check, Let's be very critical doon sa mga bagay na napapanood natin at nababasa natin, making sure na talagang valid yung mga yan at talagang reliable yung mga sources nila para at least we will have this confidence na tama yung nalalaman natin at tama yung natututunan natin. Then at the same time is that kapag may natutunan tayo online, may napanood tayo online, let's try to further research about it. Like for an instance, nakapanood ka ng mga terms about disorders. Like for example, OCD, trauma, depression. Like, when do we use it? Like, kailangan malaman natin ano ba yung mga situations in my life na would describe, no, or hindi dapat siya nagiging description eh. Hindi siya dapat parang nagiging adjective lang sa pang-araw-araw na buhay
Yes.
natin eh. Kasi of course mga sakit yung mga yon.
Mm-mm.
And when we use yung mga yung mga sakit na yan, kapag na-misuse natin sila, rather than stopping the stigma, baka mas nagpo-promote pa tayo ng stigma. So kailangan talagang na maging analytical tayo with what we are watching, what we are absorbing, making sure na alam natin when to use it and not to use it. And of course, let's take advantage of the technology para at least yung information na talagang ma-receive natin is something that is correct. Kasi kapag correct yung pumasok sa isip natin, basically, magpa-follow through yung emotions natin at behavior natin, magiging tama din yung paggamit natin ng mga terminologies na yan.
Yes. Thank you so much for
You're very much welcome.
Yeah, for sharing this education. I think it's really important kasi nga ayun, minsan on a surface level lang
Yes.
yung knowledge natin when it comes to that.
Mm-mm.
Pero in case I would like to consult and to reach out to you, ayun, or if you have any upcoming programs, ganyan, ayun, where can they find you?
Ayan. Anyway, you can follow me sa aking mga social media pages, sa Instagram, sa Threads, sa Facebook. That is The Juan Psychologist.
Yes, that's Juan.
Yes,
the
as in
Psycho.
Juan de la Cruz.
Yes, sabi ko nga kay Lordy, ay, tito na talaga yung sayo. Tito mo psychologist. Ayun. Anyway, thank you again. And if you need or if you want any topics about mental health to be discussed here, just let us know. Reach out to us sa mga social media pages namin. Mental Health Ka Dyan. And thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again. Bye!
Bye-bye.